Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy Anchor MMA, and I'm back today with my UFC 325 picks. You know what they say. It's better late than never. The early prelims start very soon, but we're gonna start with the last three fights on the prelims and work our way up from there. Starting off with Jacob Malkoun versus Torres Finney. I'm going to go with Torres Finney. He's undefeated. Yes, he's not an entertaining fighter by any means, but I think he can lay and pray, get this one done against Jacob Malkoun. But yeah, this fight should probably be a snooze fest if we're being honest, but I have Torres Finney by a decision. Up next, we got Cam Rouston versus Cody Brundage. I'm going to go with Cam Rouston. Cody Brundage is just mid. We'll say that. He's incredibly mid, plus Cam Rouston has a ton of reach on him. 6 inches of reach, and 6 inches is a lot. So, Cam Rouston's definitely going to take this one home. I'm decently confident about that one. The featured fight of the prelims is Junior Tafa versus Billy Elikana. Junior Tafa is not winning this fight. He's just not a good UFC fighter. And if this card wasn't in Australia, he would not be this far up in the prelims. Speaking of which, can we talk about every fight other than this? Okay, sure. But who are these guys? I'm gonna watch it, but I really don't want to. It's just unreal. The first fight on the main card of UFC 325 is Quillan Salkild versus Jamie Mullarkey. Quillan Salkild by first round KO. I shouldn't have to say anything more. This better not be an Atiba Gauthier situation. I will be pretty upset, actually, if Jamie Mullarkey somehow finds a way to even get out of the first round, because that just shouldn't happen. But Quillan Salkild, this is just a layup for him. Should just be an easy KO, just get his name higher up in there, get him a ranked matchup next. Up next, we got Tai Tuivasa versus Taliesin Teixeira. This one could honestly go either way, but I can't put my money on Tai Tuivasa. He genuinely looked so drained and had to cut so much weight to make heavyweight, and he's on a 5-fight losing streak. There's some good names on that losing streak, but recently there's no excuse. Plus, he has a lot of ring rust. I just think Taliesin Teixeira. How do you even say his name? Teixeira. He's just a better fighter. He's taller. Not that I really think that'll be a difference with Tai Tuivasa, but I think Taliesin got fluked his last fight against Derek Lewis. That's just... what are you going to do? Derek Lewis, every once in a while, can just pull out a random, perfect, clean shot that'll knock everybody out in the UFC. So, I got Taliesin Teixeira over Tai Tuivasa, and I'm going to go with by TKO, honestly. Up next, Rafael Fiziev versus Mauricio Rufy on the featured fight of the night, and I think this will be the fight of the night. I'm going to go with Rafael Fiziev. I think too many people are glazing Mauricio Rufy just because he's a fighting nerd. He's got the bigger name, but Fiziev is good. People forget that not that long ago, on short notice, he really tested Gaethje. That fight versus Gaethje was really, really close. That third round was the deciding factor on who was going to win. And as you know, Gaethje is the interim champ right now, so he's no joke. So I think Rafael Fiziev will win a comfortable 29-28 decision, not a controversial one at all. I think Fiziev is a lot better than people are giving him credit for, and I think his ground game is better than Rufi's, since Rufi just got mauled and destroyed by the next guy we're going to talk about, which is Benoit Saint Denis versus Dan Hooker. You know, BSD, I love BSD. He's one of my favorites. He really is. Great fighter. He's versing Dan Hooker. I mean, they just needed a matchup for Dan Hooker. He's coming back way too soon after getting destroyed by Arman, but they just wanted to put him on the Australia card, and that will come back to bite him, honestly. And I honestly think Benoit Saint Denis will win by TKO or sub, but I'm gonna go with TKO because I think BSD can do whatever he wants. Honestly, Dan Hooker doesn't have any chance in this fight. You know, this is just an easy win for Benoit Saint Denis, as it should be. But the real fight that everybody cares about, the main event of the night, Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez. You know, I've been going back and forth on this. You know, the easy answer is to go with Volk because he won the first time. But I think Diego Lopez will improve. He has and he will improve on that first fight against Volk. But I still think Volk will win a very close, controversial 48-47 decision. My bad. And I think it'll be a very competitive fight. It'll be close, but I'm going to go with Alexander Volkanovski to keep the flyweight strap. I will give you parlays here in a second. I'm not going to have the slideshow to show you them, but I will tell you them. Up first, we're going to go with a 3-leg parlay. Quillen Salkeld under 5.5 fight time minutes. That one's a little risky, but I mean, it's Quillen Salkeld, and he's versing a really bad opponent, so I think that definitely could happen. Rafael Fiziev over 1.5 rounds against Mauricio Rufy. I think that's a lock for sure. I don't see anybody getting finished before the 1.5 rounds mark. If anybody gets finished, I bet it'll be later on, maybe in the third round, maybe late second. And then the third leg is Diego Lopez over 72.5 significant strikes. That one's definitely the riskier of the three, but I think Diego Lopez has improved. He didn't get it last time he faced Volk, but I think this parlay is a little riskier, but I think the payout is definitely worth it. And I will give you guys another one here in a second. Okay. These are the odds that I have at least on hand. The parlay is going to be Alexander Volkanovski moneyline at -155, Benoit Saint Denis moneyline at -335, Torres Finney moneyline at +110, and Rafael Fiziev moneyline at -105. The odds might be different right now, but I think those four are a good bang for their buck. You could definitely take out BSD and replace him with somebody like maybe a Teixeira, or I don't know, maybe maybe like a Billy Elkanah, or Cam Roudston or something. But yeah, those are my picks and parlays for UFC 325. I appreciate you guys watching the video, and have a good day.